Lights are out. 20 laps of distance. Green flag's in the air. We're underway. And the field barrels off into turn number 1. Much like they did the last race, it will be Sabowski, Jones, and Widener, your top 3 drivers. They put on a heck of a show the last race out 2 weeks ago here at Arizona Speedway. It will be Sabowski leading this first lap of the night. Lap number 1 goes to Sabowski with Ty Widener in second, your most recent race winner, and David Jones in third, who did win the race on the track but was DQ'd 2 weeks ago. Those 3 drivers run top 3 after 1 lap with the 22 of Brian Miller in 4th. Bo Partain, your points leader, is in the 5th spot. Sabowski will lead lap number 2, but Ty Widener starting to reel him in. He's about a car length behind him as they work their way into turn number 1. Off of turn number 2, Sabowski able to widen that gap, though. He drove away from it at the apex of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. So Ty Widener's car didn't work very well on the top side of the racetrack. He's going to try to follow the tire tracks once again through turns 3 and 4 of Sabowski, but Sabowski hangs on to the race lead and makes it a little bit bigger. Now Widener with a much better turns 1 and 2 that last time by, pulled it about a car length behind the back bumper of the 10X of Sabowski, but Sabowski once again able to drive away. Battles on now for 4th, side by side. Miller up top, Bo Partain, your points leader, down low, trying to close out tonight with a championship, or close out the championship with a win, as Ronnie Sanchez has some issues in the 37 car. As we look for the green flag come out in the air once again, Michael Sabowski, your race leader, with 4 laps down, 16 to go. They go 3 wide for the top spot, much like we saw a couple weeks ago with these 3 drivers. It will be Sabowski, though, lead the charge off the top side of turn number 2. Sabowski, Widener, and Jones went 3 wide, almost went 3 wide again during turn number 3, but will be Sabowski hanging on to it, now driving away from Widener and David Jones, as here comes Bo Partain to the inside of Brian Miller. He's trying to get into that 4th position, can't quite do it, and that's 69X. So Michael Sabowski, still your race leader with Ty Widener in the 2nd position. David Jones in 3rd. Battle, though, it is on for that 4th spot. Bo Partain, he's been side by side with the 22 of Brian Miller for the last several laps, and they're still side by side for turn number 4. Brian Miller with the advantage down the front straightaway by about a nose on the 69X of Partain. They go inside of turn number 1. It's going to be Partain with the advantage off of turn number 2. Can he clear the 22 of Miller? Yes, he can. He's going to try to bring the 34, James Miley, with him. Out front, it's Sabowski showing the way, but the battle's hot and heavy now for 2nd. Ty Widener almost made contact with the wall for turn number 4 as David Jones looks to the inside of Widener now. Off of turn number 2, it's Sabowski out front, then they're side by side for the 2nd spot. Widener and Jones, with Widener on the outside, Jones to the inside. It's going to be Widener trying to diamond off that corner and crowd David Jones off of turn number 4 to hang on to it, and he will clear the 69s there 3 wide behind Bo Partain for 5th. James Miley, Darren Center, and Brian Miller go 3 wide off of turn number 4 that last lap. It will be James Miley getting into the 5th position, and he's now trying to scoot away from Darren Center. Center trying to fight back into the top 5. Had some issues a few laps ago. As your race leaders will be catching up to some lap traffic here momentarily of Eric Murphy in the 45M and Ronnie Sanchez in the 37. Sabowski all the way up to the top side of the racetrack as Jones and Widener once again side by side for that 2nd spot. Widener, though, able to use the top line to his advantage right now and hang on to that 2nd spot over David Jones as they work their way off of 2. 1 car goes around. It's one of the lappers, the back markers there, 37 of Sanchez. 9 laps to go. Green flag in the air. We're back underway. And Partain going to drop it down to the inside of David Jones, and Ty Widener made it 3 wide for a moment. Now it's going to be Widener down the inside of Sabowski. Widener's right up to the left rear quarter panel of that 10X of Sabowski. They go side by side for the top spot. It will be Sabowski hanging on to it off the top side of the racetrack off of 4. He'll drive away by 2 car lengths. Now it's David Jones to the inside of Widener once again for 2nd. Jones can't do anything with Widener for that 2nd spot. He'll hang on to it. And that Z28 now has his sights set on the race leaders. Bo Partain climbs the ladder on the racetrack, almost made contact with the wall. That 69X, the right side of that car is can opened for Bo Partain. Trying to close out the 2020 season with the IMCA Track Championship here at Arizona Speedway. Sabowski trying to get that first win here at Arizona Speedway of the year in his Sport Mod class. Right now has the lead, but here comes Ty Widener down the inside with the 10X of Sabowski. Might get a little help though as Eric Murphy spins around off of turn number 4 right as Ty Widener was going into the race lead. Yellow flag will fly for the 45M of Murphy. Can Michael Sabowski hang on to it? Ty Widener gave a run for his money. He's going to restart on the outside. Green flag back in the air. We're back underway. 6 laps to go. And they go 4 wide for a moment. James Miley now looking to the inside, trying to get that top 3 spot. But the top 3 do drive away from Bo Partain and James Miley now as they're side by side once again for that second spot. Widener and Jones. Bo Partain with a huge move off of turn number 4. Dropped the nose all the way down to the bottom side of the racetrack to get around David Jones. Didn't work out for him. Now they're 3 wide with contact made with Darren Sinner the inside of Miley. Sinner's going to spin around. Let's see if he gets it refired. Looking at the flag stand. Yellow flag will come out for Darren Sinner. So lights are out. 5 laps to go. Will be a single file restart. Sabowski and Widener, your top 2. Widener trying to get a little bit of advantage on the top side of the racetrack as green flag will come out. Can Sabowski hang on to the top spot? Here comes Ty Widener to the outside. Sabowski slams the door on him. Down the back straightaway they go. It's going to be Sabowski hanging on to the position as they work their way through turns 3 and 4. Widener trying to reel in that 10X as Bo Partain looks to the inside of David Jones for 3rd. Partain looks to the inside of Jones as Jones slams the door on him. He went down the inside of Ty Widener. Widener, though, with a strong drive off at turn number 2. He'll drive away from the 33 wide Widener and Partain as they continue their battle for 3rd. One car makes contact. That's the 22 of Brian Miller who got a shot in the shorts from the 34. James Miley, he stays in the gas though. We stay green. Michael Sabowski, right now your race leader as Darren Sinner starting to slow down on the racetrack. It will be Sabowski out front, followed by Widener and Jones. Your top 3 drivers as Darren Sinner brings his car off the racetrack. Looks like his night is done. Top 3 drivers are going to settle this as they work their way through turns 3 and 4. White flag in the air this time. Sabowski trying to get that first main event win here at Arizona Speedway in the Sport Mod. He's been fast all year long. Keep working and dialing in, and right now he sees side-by-side action behind him, and that's going to help the 10X of Sabowski off of turn number 4. He will finally get it done. Michael Sabowski wins his first main event in the IMCA Sport Mods. Michael Sabowski with the Polish victory lap here at Arizona Speedway, saluting you race fans out here. See, we'll park it in Santan Ford victory lane. As he'll climb out of the car, race fans, put your hands together. Michael Sabowski gets it done here tonight. Of course, Steve Sabowski over here, congratulate him. Rip Vache from Rips Napa, proud supporter of Sabowski.
Gotta be the haircut. It's feathered and lethal.
Right? As he wins tonight's main event. Man, I've been talking about you all year. Knew you were going to get one. Thought you had it 2 weeks ago. Ended up in the wall. Your night ended right over there in turn number 1. Here tonight, Ty Widener once again giving you a run for your money, but you're able to hold him off.
You know, I've watched Ty race for I don't know how many years, and I've always looked up to how fast and how good he was, and I just can't believe I beat him. Oh, shit.
Hey, great night here for you, man. You led that thing from the get-go, and those final laps, what was going through your mind? Caution starting to come out there more and more. There was this final 10.
Block low or block high, I don't know. I tried them both. I don't know if the low side was faster than the high side. I knew it was a lot bumpier.
And here, the final race of the 2020 season for you guys. Know you got a lot of emotions going through your mind right now. How do you put it all into words?
I really can't. This is so cool. I've won in the Bombers, and I've had a blast in the Bombers, and I can't believe I've done it in the Sport Mod now.
Former track champion out here in the Bomber class, and here finally getting to know the Sport Mod. A lot of people out here in Santan Ford Victory Lane. I know you got a lot of people you need to thank.
I want to thank Rip and Katie first off. Rip's the one that put me in this car. I would have never done it without him. Team Sethers, WSS Racing Shocks, Flatiron Electric, Cunningham Heating and Cooling, Frank's Auto and Truck Salvage, Doug's Transmission, First Responders Plumbing, the Tin Doctor, Craven Construction, and all my friends for helping me out, and especially my girlfriend.
Sounds like Michael Sabowski is ready for a cold beer. Congratulations, brother, getting that first main event win in the Sport Mod.